Hey Jennifer, hope you're doing well. Let me switch. I have some music on here. I'm gonna switch this off and then switch to the music I can play live. Jennifer, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. I received that awesome book today. Man, you are just way too kind. You did not have to send that. I really, 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 really appreciate it. So, thank you so much. Shout out to you. I'm going to look through it and yeah, I'm sure it'll be really, really helpful. I can't wait to look through it and maybe do some of the exercises in there. So thank you again, shout out, and I really appreciate you, and I hope that you are doing well. Um, I sincerely mean it. So thank you so much. Thank you. I'm looking for my music. I don't see my playlist. It's hiding. Oh my gosh. You can see I wasn't prepared. I just popped on. Where's my music playlists? Just give me a sec here. Sound effects. There it is. It was closed for some reason. There you go. With that. Jennifer says, glad you like. Yeah, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to spend some time with it. Cool. So, quick sketching before bedtime tonight. I actually just put a coffee wash on some watercolor paper. I have some coffee in this container, and I want to, let's play around. Just throw some colors down. I don't know what I'm going to sketch, but we'll just throw some color and mix this up, have fun, and then maybe after it dries, I'll come back with a pen and sketch on top of it. But that probably won't be tonight. There you go. All right, let's just throw this down. I have some of my watercolor palette here. Grab a brush and just play around with some colors. That's my intention just for the next maybe 10 minutes before I head out to sleepy time. So we actually have a snow day here tomorrow, which is awesome. It started snowing around 6:30 tonight, and I think we're getting anywhere. I didn't see the last report, but maybe 5 to 7 inches. So I get a snow day. I am so excited. All right, cool. Let's throw down some colors and let's try something a little different. I'm gonna throw down. Let's see what happens. So this is some turquoise paint I'm throwing down now. Gotta add some more water. The heat's on, so things are drying up a little quickly in here. I'll throw some water down in the palette. I'm just gonna grab some more of that turquoise. So I'm kind of just sketch painting, I guess. I'm gonna turn it this way because I just outlined, I think, what might be a sky with a building in the foreground. Who the heck knows? But that is what the fun is for me. Just throwing down some paint, some colors. If it ends up not being anything but just colors on a sheet of paper, I'm cool with that. You know, sketches, paintings don't always have to look like something. They could be very loose, abstract. And that's what's fun, just playing around. turn this back this way a little bit. Cool. Jennifer's doing well, still in throes of battling. Yeah, Jennifer, I always think I'm always sending positive prayers and thoughts your way. For sure. I'm going to just blot some of this out around the edges. Maybe this is a sky here. And there you go. So maybe we have a building happening. I'm almost picturing a maybe a red kind of brick building happening in this piece. Do I want to break out? Maybe I'll play around with some. Maybe I'll break out some of this graphite. I haven't used this in a while. So this is water soluble graphite. Cool stuff. I'm gonna go for this sanguine color. I never know how to say that word. Sanguine. Let's see, it's on the back here. You can see it there. Sanguine. Sanguini. Is it Italian? Sanguini. Which I guess is like wine. It's almost like a wine color. Just running out of room where to put stuff. I'll throw this up here. Well, let's just trace what I imagine to be some kind of building here. We'll keep it kind of loose and wonky. I'm thinking there's going to be some kind of chimneys up in here. And it comes down like this. Let's see. Maybe it does something like this. We have some windows kind of in here. So I'm just sketching with this on here, marking some stuff out. We'll see how it comes out. And then maybe we have another kind of line across here. Maybe a detail belt course. Some more windows happening here. Let's see. Actually, we might just leave it at that for now. This stuff could be messy, so I'm going to just put it off to the side. Cool. Hey, DB's in the house. DB, great to see you. Hope all's well. Long time no see. Was the paper wet before you applied the brown? So, I actually started off, it was a dry sheet of paper. This is watercolor paper, 140 pound. The paper was dry. And then I actually took a brown coffee wash. There's actual coffee in here. And that's the brown you see. That's coffee. So then I threw down some turquoise up here, kind of block out maybe a sky. And now I just use some water-soluble graphite to sketch a building shape. Good question. DB, it's great to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I miss all of my inklings and our workshops. I've just been so overloaded with school. I just haven't had time to do them. So I'm just kind of blotting back some of that turquoise, just to create kind of maybe clouds in the sky here. Very, very loose. What else do I want to do here? I want to do some, I imagine, kind of metal roofing on here. So let's sketch in. I guess we'll just sketch with this. We're going to sketch in some kind of metal roofing happening. I want to keep this really, really loose looking. So you can kind of see a roof happening there. Maybe it's an industrial type of building. Now let's take our, it's got a wet brush here, and I'm just going to brush. This is water soluble graphite, so it'll dissolve when I add water to it. Of course, I am using, this is dirty water, so I don't have any clean water, but I like to keep dirty water on hand to keep, when I do especially like grungy or industrial type sketching, I like to keep the dirty water. I think it adds to the effect. So you can see as I'm adding water to the graphite, right, it's dissolving. So I'm kind of sketch painting with it right now. These are windows I'm imagining. There's an overhang here, so I just want to kind of swoop that across. Show the roof overhang. Actually, I feel like breaking out some, do I have purple? I don't have any purple watercolor, so I'm gonna mix up a purplish color with my palette here. I feel like I want to throw some purple kind of shadows on this. So let's mix that up. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. D-Ray's in the house. D-Ray, good to see you. Hope all is well. DB says it has. Missed that too. Maybe this summer we can do another workshop. Yeah, I would love to actually do it sooner than the summer. So, but I will definitely let you know, and I'd love to have all of you guys join in. That would be so cool. D-Ray, guess what? It's snowing here. Not nearly as much snow as you've had, but we got some snow happening. And the plus side for me is I don't have school tomorrow, which means I can catch up on other real world stuff. And shoveling. So I'm just kind of mixing up. I'm not one of those guys that looks at any color charts. I just kind of mix things up on the fly. I'm not into even memorizing all different color names. I really just kind of paint a lot with just kind of my gut feeling and just having a playful attitude and approach. So I'm whipping up really my own kind of purple. Just grabbing some of the red, some of the blue, and I want to make a shadow line here. Let's pretend that the shadow is maybe on this side of the chimneys. So let's just bring down some of that purple. So we got some kind of shadows there, and then under the roof overhang, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to throw down this kind of purplish color I just whipped up. Well, I'm liking it. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just want to dilute it a little bit. Kind of a little belt course or something here. Just add a little shadow there. I'm being a little too careful with what I'm thinking about, and I don't really want to be careful, so I'm going against my brain. And I want to go against my brain. I just want to throw these colors down, keep it loose. Let's just flick some on there, splatter some. T-Ray says, woo! No school. That's right. Trevor says, hello all. Snow days are fun. Yeah, you know, my snow day is really honestly going to be just a catch up with, I have an architecture project I got to really catch up on. That's my main focus. I have tax stuff I have to focus on. I have a school thing that's due, I think, Wednesday that I have to work on. So it's really just going to be a catch-up day, but that's okay. So I'm mixing up a color. I want to kind of make like an orangish color. I don't know if you guys like to see me mixing the colors or not. I'm going to move this over. But I have like an orangey color. I'm almost imagining a brick building here. So let's throw down some of that orange-ish color. What does that look like? I have a scrap thingy here, so let me just paint it on here, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a cool color, you can see there. So we're going to use that orangey color and just kind of throw it down on here. Notice I'm not covering all the brown underneath. I'm going to leave some spots. And hopefully it'll look cool, we'll see. It's only color, it's only paper. Maybe a touch more red in here. Add a little bit of water. I'll go over this. I can always come back and add those windows back in again. I should have painted this probably background first, but that's all right. You're like, oh man, what did he do? He just ruined it. No, I think it's all going to pull together. There's I have a 3/4 inch flat brush. I'm just going to take it and kind of brush it across. There we go. Calling for snow tonight or early morning. Ooh, you have more snow your way. Oh my gosh. I think we're expecting to have only, I'm going to say only 5 to 7. It's a decent amount for here. But compared to what you've been having, that's nothing. Can't complain. This is our first big snowfall all winter, so. There we go. So I'm just adding some more orangey on here. Orangey color. I don't know if I'm overworking it or not. I'm actually going to leave the roof the way it is. I kind of like it. And I'm going to blot out. I'm going to blot out just some of this orangey stuff. And then I'm going to get some at the bottom of the page. There you go. Just going to just blot out some areas. That's enough. Don't want to take too much off. DB says, no here since Christmas. Wow, you too. Holy cow. What's going on? It's crazy. We had a little bit of snow since Christmas. Really nothing to talk about. Like I said, this is our first big snow of the winter. So crazy. We have not used any snow days. Well, I guess we just used our first one for tomorrow. Alright, cool. We got that orangey color, which I really, really like. I want to try something. I just want to dab. You know what would be a great color for this? I have... I'm not going to use it though, I don't think. I have this really awesome color. It's called Red Oxide Liquitex. It's acrylic ink. It's actually almost the same color I just made myself here. That's pretty funny if you look at it. So I pretty much just made my own red oxide out of watercolor. But let's, I want to bring down some of that purple, break out some more of that purpley color. So I am just over here mixing up some of this purpley, some kind of a purplish color. Let's test it on this little scrap piece here. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So that's the purplish color. And I'm going to come back and throw down some of those shadowy areas here. And I think I'm going to use the purple for the windows actually. So let's pull out some windows. We're just really going to just throw down some of that purple. So some vertical purple lines here to create the idea of windows going on. Throw some more down. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Yeah. This is fun. This is really fun. I want to drip some of this purple kind of on the roof here, like a shadow from the chimney coming down. There we go. Let's throw some more on there. All right, so we got some kind of purple happening. Just the idea of a shadow coming down the roof line. And I might, I don't know. I don't want to overdo it. I think I do. I think I will have to add some more when this dries. I'll put some more purple. Right now I'm adding wet paint on top of wet paint, so it's just bleeding together. But I think when it dries, I'm going to do some more purple on top of it, and then it'll be more defined windows rather than these colors bleeding together. I'm actually liking this the way it is. I don't know if I want to do too much more, to be honest with you. Let's see. Where am I? 5 to 8 inch maybe happening here. The roofs worry me here. Oh, D-Ray, yeah. I hope. I'm sure the roofs were designed with structural integrity in mind. You know, with the building codes, there are certain roof loads, snow loads that have to be designed in buildings to handle to handle snow on the roof. So I know as an architect that when I design a roof, I need to look at this chart and make sure that my rafters and my roof structure can support that snow load. But it is definitely something. That's why in my area you don't see a lot of flat roofs. Because of that reason, you don't want the snow to accumulate on a flat roof. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are a lot of like commercial buildings and schools that have flat roofs. But most of the houses you see around here do have a sloped roof on them. I think I want to throw a little bit of red on here. So my red watercolor paint, it's interesting, it dries really quickly. I don't know if you guys have that issue. So I watered this before and it seems to dry real quickly and get a skin on it. How does this look if I just dab some red on here? Ooh, yeah, I kind of like it. It's just an unexpected kind of color thrown on there. Likey. Splatter just a little bit of red on there. Boom. There you go. Cool. Dry time. It is dry time, definitely. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it a little closer. Here's what it's looking like. You know what I could also do for these windows? I'm gonna take off some of the paint where the windows are and see how that looks. Maybe I can have the windows kind of pop out and be a little bit of kind of white. So you can see as I'm doing that, these windows are starting to kind of form. So I'm just lifting off the paint. Let's lift some of this off here as well. One of the fun things about watercolor is being able to remove the color. If you had a Q-tip, you could also use a Q-tip. And to remove the color, I'm just taking my paintbrush and wiping it off here. Right, so now you can see kind of the windows forming. This might be, I think after this dries, I'll come back either with my Pilot or my Sharpie, and I'll sketch some of the details on here. I want to show some brickwork, and basically I'll add brickwork, but by just doing lines. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can do this. You know, I'll just kind of basically take my pen and do lines really kind of close together for brickwork. And I'm able to throw down some vertical lines on here as well. Just to create the idea of brickwork. So I would probably do that here. And then for the windows, I'll probably just pull out where they have those light areas. Yes, I am talking with a pen cap in my mouth. I just realized that. I would just draw rectangles very loose and quick around these areas where the windows are. Cool. That's true, thanks. That'll allow me to sleep better. Oh, D-Ray, I hope that helps. Yeah, I mean, buildings are designed with, you know, there are building codes that we're supposed to adhere to. I just had the, I just, you know what? I want to add yellow on this roof. I want to pop it a little bit. DB says, red on the chimney. Ooh, we could do that. Yeah, DB, that's actually a cool idea. We can do some red on here. I think I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and then I want the red to pop and not bleed in so much. So when it dries, I can add red on top of it. Dude, this is gorgeous. Hey, Steven, how are you? Good to see you. Steven's in the house. Steven, I've been loving all of your beautiful flowers and birds. Really, really cool stuff, man. Thanks for popping on. I love your comment. DB says, I really like your style. Hey, DB. I ain't got nothing on your style. You're awesome. I'm going to give DB a little shout out. If you guys don't know it, she is an amazing artist. I love DB's pencil work. So shout out to you. Lifting off paint will allow for window glare. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea here. I could even lift some more off. But I kind of like the vibe of this. It has... I'm trying to make it like an industrial building, so I like, let me zoom in so you guys can see this a little closer. I love these little marks that happened here, kind of when I was doing vertical brush strokes. You see these, I don't know what you call them, kind of like tails. To me it almost looks like this building is old, it's industrial, it's weathering. So that's a really cool aesthetic. But as I was working on this, the yellow popped into my brain of almost putting some yellow on the roof. I don't like this color yellow, so the color yellow I like that I usually have in my watercolor palette is gone. And I don't know the name of it. This color, I'm not a huge fan of this color yellow. So do I have more of that yellow? I do somewhere. I think I have some in my water. I can always use a colored pencil too. I think I have some yellow. Let's see. I do. So here's the yellow I like right here. It's almost like this might be lemon yellow. I'd have to look. So I like that lemon yellow. Let's throw a little bit on the roof, see what it looks like. Sorry if I'm moving this around. You guys know when I paint, I'm always shifting this around. So sorry if you guys sometimes are looking at crooked paintings. All right, I want to paint this yellow on here. Let me get I want a smaller brush, I think, for a sec. I don't usually get fussy with my brushes. but let's try it. I actually just bought these, so I haven't used them yet, but I just got this set of watercolor brushes from Cheap Joe's. They're really small. I'll show them to you. Haven't used them. Has a nice flat brush, a couple of other pointed brushes here as well. So let's try this one here. And throw down some yellow. Living on the edge. DB says thank you. No, thank you. You are welcome. Alright, so again, I don't have clean water, which is fine because when I'm doing the industrial stuff, I like working with dirty water. So I'm just literally just put some dirty water on here. And let's grab some of this yellow. So I don't know how watercolor, like real watercolor people paint. I guess when, like, I'm always getting these dirty in the pan. Sometimes I don't do my mixing here. I actually will mix here. But it's just the way I work. So it's cool with me. So one time, a couple years ago, I actually joined a Facebook group for watercoloring. And they kind of politely asked me to leave the group because for one of my paintings, I didn't use the white of the paper to make white. I actually used like a white, what do you call this? Like a white gel pen for the white. Someone in the group someone noticed and they're like, I didn't know the rule. They're like, no, you have to use white of the paper. So they weren't really happy. They didn't actually kick me out. I just stopped going to the group. I felt like it was kind of snobby. So I'm not a purist. I'm just a funnist. I just have fun with what I'm doing. I just made it up. I'm a funnist. So I'm throwing down some of the yellow. I feel like this pop of color is going to help. I'm not going to do the entire roof. But I just want to throw it down. I just felt like I needed some yellow against this orangey color. Let's just throw some down here as well. Not a lot of water. I'm trying to put it on thick. And that might even be all I do. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but here I just threw down some yellow on that roof. I think it just pops it out a little bit more. I like the feel of this brush. It has a nice weight to it. And I'm going to splatter, I think splatter a little bit of yellow on here. It's not splattering. No. Alright, there we go. We splattered some. Cool. So that is all the yellow I'm going to throw in there. We'll zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Demo of brickwork. The idea of bricks. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Alright, DB, I think this is dry enough to throw some of that red on, so let's just play around with this brush a little bit more. Let's throw down some red on those chimneys. I am being a little more careful than usual. Let's see. I kind of like the white on the chimney there. I don't want to put red there. I kind of like the white or the coffee showing through there. So maybe just a touch of the red here on the side of the chimney, and then maybe also over here where we had those purplish shadows. So there we go. So we have our touch of red. So thank you, DB. I like the red here on the chimney. Let me zoom in. You can see it. All right, cool. DB gave 2 smiley faces. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you guys for liking them. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this and letting people know I'm online. What's really weird is a lot of the people that used to watch, I don't think they're getting notifications. Like a lot of the regulars I have not seen in a long time. Unless they just got tired of me, which is possible. And I'm very inconsistent. I don't have a regular schedule. I noticed there's a lot of the viewers I miss. But thank you guys for showing up. It's all cool. So I like this. I actually feel like I want to take some of that turquoise and just put it somewhere down here. So let me grab some of that turquoise. Ooh. Let's see, where do I... Debating whether or not I used turquoise for the windows, or I don't, that might be too much. I don't know, maybe we have just a little turquoise. Maybe there's metal on this building, it's rusting a little bit, or copper, it's patinaing a little bit. Cool. So I do like this paintbrush. This is a number something something. Number, I can't read it. 5? 8? I can't even read that. I think it says number 8 on there. Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, Boone. This is cheap right there. Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, Boone, North Carolina. DB, not sure how anyone could get bored with you. You are constantly showing us new techniques and designs. Oh, you're too kind. Too kind. I ramble on, I stumble, I stutter, mumble. I'm just being me, and that's okay. Sometimes people need a break. Hey guys, I think this one is done for now. I don't want to overwork it. The last thing I will do, but not tonight, is I don't know if I'll come in with this precise pen, or I might use a, where's my sketch stuff? Let me bring this out. I might use a fine liner pen because to keep the line a little bit thinner, so I might break out maybe my 0.5. I have a 0.5 kind of fine line pen here. I might just use that to pull out the windows so it's not as thick as the Pilot pen. But we'll see. This is Beethoven. We got Beethoven playing. Beethoven's in the house. Oh, cool. Let me know what you guys think of this. Hopefully you like this. Industrial building, quick, loose, fun. I love that there's white space around the outside edges. This kind of little vignette snapshot. Throw a little bit of splatter on here to keep that feeling, that fun, that kind of industrial vibe. I think when I add the windows, and it'll add another little bit of layer and a little bit of that brickwork. And it was really awesome. I have fun sketching with this water soluble graphite that is all over my hands. Hey, let me know if you guys have any final questions before I head out. Even though I'm off tomorrow, I'm going to try to get a good night's sleep. And I would like to do on Wednesday, Tuesday, I was thinking about doing a sketching and sandwich session around lunchtime. So I might come on, eat my lunch, come on for 15-20 minutes and do some sketching live tomorrow. So if you guys are around when I pop on live, I'd love to have you tune in. That would be cool. All right. I'm just looking at this. I always like to look. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see some of the details before we head out. Zoom way in. Notice the lines are pretty wonky. Even the chimney lines are wonky, which I love. The character was wonky style sketching. For me, it adds a kind of a character. I really love this contrast right here. Let me get my little frame out. Here we go. I'm really loving this little section here. I don't know if the light is picking it up for you guys, but that blue, yeah, I think it's better. I just love the contrast of colors. It looks so cool. I love hard edges in watercolor painting, so you have these nice hard edges happening here. So fun. Splatters are always fun as well to help tie colors together. There you go. Jennifer, have a great night. Good seeing you. Take care. I am out of here also. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great, great night. Jennifer, thank you again for that amazing book. Hang in there. Positive thoughts. We all just want you to feel better, get well soon. So hang in there. DB, thank you. It was great seeing you. I miss seeing you in our chats. You are awesome. Thank you, DB, for tuning in. Hopefully you can tune in again. It'd be great to see you. And D-Ray, thank you, D-Ray, for tuning in. I always love your comments, and you keeping us up to date with your snow. Keep warm and safe up in Alaska. Is that up? I guess that's up from here, right? Up in Alaska. We had Steven pop in for a minute or two. Steven, thank you so much. Keep putting your amazing artwork out there as well. And yeah. Thank you guys. Take care. I'm rambling, I know. Have a great, great night. I will try to be on tomorrow for maybe some lunchtime sketching. Take care. Peace. Live creatively. And just keep being positive. Good night, guys. From this Beethoven music. I like Beethoven, but it's kind of a weird way to end the show with this song. It's all good. Take care, guys. Good night. Just want to conduct. I don't know how to conduct, but I would love to do it. Good night, guys. I am looking for the end, the finish button. It's behind this window.